Right, so welcome to Sports here on the Pulse with Gary R. Smith. It's amazing things that can happen even before the show starts. Yeah. Gary, what's up today? Oh, yeah. I remember. I think we should introduce a certain sport for the Olympics. This one, yeah, cracking. We should introduce it in the Olympics. Yeah. And I'll tell you the ones who can win the award.
Ghana secondary
schools. In China, you can have those, those guys whose bones can virtually crack. You can hear it crack.
Yeah.
And then Bronx, USA.
I know.
That's where the dancing and the moves you will see proper.
Yeah, but as it stands, no, the Olympics haven't allowed it yet. It has to go through the International Olympic Committee.
But you are a man with influence. You can push this to.
Oh, yes.
You can't, can't you?
Yes.
Okay. Are we talking Olympics this afternoon?
Yes, today we are. We have an athlete who has actually qualified for the Paralympics here in studio with us to give us a sense of how things are going. We know that it's been an interesting year in terms of preparation. It's not been as bad as previously, but not as good as we think. But so we'll get into the meat of the matter.
Okay, let me leave you to it. I'll see you later, right?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Keep cracking.
All right.
All right. So first of all, we want to talk about Ghana's preparation for the Summer Games in Brazil. Our Paralympic athlete Alem Mumini is in studio with us to talk about a couple of things. You can see some Paralympic athletes there getting ready for it all. So while we check out what it feels like ahead of the Olympics from the 5th of August to the 20th, we will ask how Paralympic cycling is developing, even as Ghana has qualified with at least one slot in that. My guest in studio are Erasmus Kwa, member of the Ghana Athletics Association, and Alem Mumini, a para-athlete. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much for hosting us.
Erasmus is on my far left, and Alem Mumini is here with me as well. So tell us, what's the latest? How are you preparing for the games from the 5th of August?
I'm doing what I can to do my best there.
Right. We saw some pictures of you doing some cycling and all. Your gear, how do you travel with your gear? I mean, I'm sure it has to go through some special processes at the airport and so on.
Not really, but some airlines have come out with bills, so you got to pay $200 when you are carrying your bike, when they get to know it's a bike.
I see. So do you put it in a suitcase, a special suitcase?
Yeah, I have a special suitcase for it.
Okay. Yeah. How did the qualification process go?
Well, the qualification process started 1st January 2014, where every country who vies to compete in Rio 2016 would have to participate from 2014, 1st January to the March 20th, 2016.
Oh. So how many countries did you beat on the African continent to make it there?
Well, I started from 2013, just after the Rio, I did London 2012, and I have been to USA, competed there, won place 5th, went to Canada that same month, and then even a day after, I had to travel by bus 33 hours from Greenville, South Carolina to Montreal, Canada, just to compete. And there I won a bronze medal and ranked 2nd in the world. After 2014, I was able to compete in Spain, and I also competed in the USA again, Greenville, the World Championships.
Yeah.
And then from there, I never competed until September 2015, where I competed only in the South African World Cup. And then this year, I competed in Italy, and that was a track event. You could see some pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, in the track. Yeah, that was the track. That was the last competition that I had. Before the competition, the qualification ended, and then after I was invited specially in the. I had a special invitation from Greek Paralympic team, where they paid everything of mine, and sure. I won 2 silver medals there.
Fantastic. So good preparation from the Ghana Athletics point of view and the Ghana Olympic Committee point of view. Erasmus, you speak for them. How much did it take to push him to this level? Because he's mentioned about 6 countries, and getting there shouldn't be easy.
It's a very difficult, question to answer. But, for all that he's done, for himself, I mean, you have to congratulate him because he's been very resourceful, contacting the right people to do what he did. For Paralympics, it's usually the duty of the National Paralympic Committee, to do that. But owing to lack of funds and all that, athletes have to take the initiative and then, put things in, get the tickets, get the necessary connections to get the invitations and everything. So for all that he said, you need to give him all the credit.
All the credit.
It's Allen Mumuni and his foundation doing all this.
This is a special segment, so we have more time than usual. So you are the man. I see Allen Foundation here.
Sure.
The resourcefulness just beats my mind. How do you go about getting money? Because everybody says there's no money. How do you get it?
Yes, it's good to be connected. And I thank God.
I tap into your connection.
It's good to be connected, and I thank God I have been connected with the right people. One young child, a lady called Alexandra Main, from Exeter, UK.
I think you saw her in one of the pictures.
Yeah, she was posing with you.
She's just the woman behind everything.
Wow. So she's a benefactor,
She's a benefactor. And I will not forget about Waris, Majid Waris.
Oh, the national team player.
Yeah, I have close relationship with him. He also supported in one of the important events, and that made me qualify.
I mean, our viewers like numbers, and we like to follow the money. How much does it take for a typical trip somewhere? I mean, I know it depends on the place, but generally, on the average.
An average amount that one would spend on a trip, a paracyclist would spend on a trip, is not less than $6,000. It's not less than $6,000, and
that's about 240,000.
Yes,
24,000 Ghana.
And then the lady has been so tremendous. The family, then my friends around the globe.
So can we say that you are not, let's be honest, you're not really competing for Ghana. You are competing for yourself and for your family and for the lady and her family who are making you happy, on the face of it?
Unfortunately, no. I compete for Ghana because I never wore my own color or sponsor's color.
Yes.
I wear Ghana color wherever I compete.
Yeah.
I am proud of Ghana. I am proud to be a Ghanaian. And I am doing this because I want to erase that wrong perceptions that persons with disabilities are social parasites. Aside, I take it upon myself to do for persons with disabilities. I want the whole country and the people of Ghana to know, or the continent at large, to know that we just need the nominal chances to rise to the pinnacle of life as international ethical leader. Nothing else. We are not social parasites. We are not beggars. We are not cursed. We are part of society, and we can contribute to the development of any society we live.
I asked that question as in, who are you competing for? Because to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yes.
We are not giving you much. We, as in Ghana, are not giving you much.
Yes.
And so we have no right to be expecting that. I'll come to Erasmus in a bit where I'm going to ask him. I mean, sometimes I sit back and I look at myself as a media man and I think even I am annoying because I think I have no right, and Ghanaians have no right to demand anything of the athletes who are going, because as a country we are not putting anything into them.
Yes, you have just brought an idea to me. You've just made me got an idea from you. Yeah. One, I live by a word, and that is I want to be a change. And then if you want to be a change, you must be the change that you want the world to be like. And a question I will have to ask you, the advert you've been doing, though I don't follow your news so keenly, but have you ever advertised or shown any parasport?
No, to be honest.
So yourself,
we showed one even before we came on air, and there wasn't one parasport, no.
So it means you are
I'm also culpable, yes.
So look, you see the society we live in.
Sure.
So I am trying to make sure we get that social equality. I want you to understand that yes, it is yours, but it is your duty and it's your responsibility to make sure persons with disabilities or para-athletes are being advertised in anything that has to do with sports. Because Asamoah Gyan cannot play a ball, cannot put a ball in the field and play alone and score a goal. No.
Yes.
There have to be 10 people in the field, plus goalkeeper 11.
At least. Yeah.
Yes. And I ride bicycle 3 hours for Ghana. If I stop, the whole of Ghana stops.
That's a deep statement. If I stop, the whole of Ghana stops because the medal wishes will not go there. Erasmus, before we go to that other thing, this story is, as they say, a microcosm of the bigger one.
Yeah.
In the past days, I have followed Professor Francis Dodu. He has been almost annoyed at the stance that Ghanaians have taken, calling him and asking how many medals should we expect at the Olympics. And you know the answers he has been given.
Yeah. I'm not sure that they have been pleasant to the ears of a lot of people because they were expecting, oh, we're going to win 5 medals, so, you know, those promises. And then when they don't come at the Rio Olympic Games and everybody will be on his neck, but you promised 5. How come you didn't get 5? I think all that he was trying to say was, before you start demanding medals from people, give them the best of preparation.
Yeah.
We had a 4-year cycle to prepare for the Olympic Games. We did very little. I mean, GOC came in, you know, as an emergency in January. We met federations and then said that we don't have money to sponsor everybody to go for a qualifier. So all what the GOC will do is send the best prospects out, you know, to go for the qualifiers. So within that space from January, we are in May now. The GOC has sent about 10 national teams out for qualifiers. It includes the Taekwondo national team, includes badminton, includes table tennis, includes cycling, includes weightlifting, includes boxing, includes a beach volleyball team, both men and women, and what have you. Swimming is about getting that opportunity again, and they're still hopeful about athletics, you know, Durban with the Africa Championship, you know, around the corner. But is that enough? No, it's not enough. You know, you always want to break it down and then look at the various sectors and the roles they need to play. Once you mention national team, it's government that has to look after them. And so when you look at Alem and others, yes, they are doing their best. You have to congratulate them. We shouldn't be overly demanding. We
shouldn't be demanding even at all. Which takes us to our next thing. If we are to do well at the Olympics in the future, even any para-sport event or any athletic meet, we need mentors like Alem and people like him who are doing great stuff on their own, unfortunately, to be able to inspire the next generation. Which brings us to the Liquid Sports Making It Happen seminar slated for 19th of May. It's going to bring together people who can inspire the next generation of kids, JSS, SHS, university, who want to take up sports, but for some reason do not feel empowered to do so. And Erasmus is in the right position to tell us about that. It's on the 19th, a couple of days.
Yeah, just on a Thursday, and we're so glad, you know, people like Alem have agreed to be part of it.
So Charles, now you're a motivational speaker too.
It's unfortunate. When I travel to US, I don't get time to rest because they invite me from all angles to share my story, which is motivation.
You're a big man.
Thank you.
Erasmus.
Yeah, I mean, on your screen, we had the first one on the 10th of March at Accra Academy. Essentially, few friends came together on the website. We started pushing this agenda. We had the National Sports Authority Ministry buying into the idea. The Brazil embassy were, you know, immense for us. Irene Vida, the ambassador, and then Yoshiko Higuchi, the first secretary, Japan embassy, also coming on board.
Fantastic.
They were on board just because it's an Olympic year, and they're the ones hosting the next 2 Olympics. One of the major themes is using Olympians, you know, Paralympians like Alem, who've been there before. You know, the moment you start telling the story, just like Alem has done today, it captures a lot of attention. People want to listen to him, not Erasmus, not Gary, but what he has said, his story, and to inspire the kids. The major aim is to encourage these kids to combine education and sports to achieve their goals in life. You find out that even in our days in school, the sports boys or girls are usually tagged as kubolos. They don't want to stay in class. They just want to concentrate on sports. What we are saying is that you can combine the two to achieve your aims in life. in sports, by age 30, 35, you have to retire. After retirement, what happens? And Alem and people, you know, of his kind who've combined the sports and education always have a future. So Alem is, you know, competing in sports and still serving as a motivational speaker. So wherever he goes, he's getting those invitations. If you want to put yourself in a position where you're able to, you know, as a right to dream, we're always saying one leg is good, but two legs are better.
One leg is good, two legs are better. I know that very well.
Yeah, so put yourself in that position. And so that's what this program seeks to do. And Thursday will be another opportunity. And
we are also hearing a bit of a breaking news about the Olympics and about motivation and all that. A judo player, Sandra Sojedi, has qualified for the games as well.
Yeah.
Now, congratulations to her. It's a remarkable achievement because honestly, and that's her.
Yeah.
That's her. The first question that a lot of people will be asking is, hey, this color is not Ghanaian. Erasmus, tell us the story.
Yeah, so she's married to a Ghanaian judoka.
That's it.
She's originally from Hungary and stays in the UK. So she obviously, you know, got her citizenship through, you know, marriage. And she's been competing for Ghana since 2011. She's been one of the most consistent in the Africa Judo Championships. And within 2011 to 2016, she's won consistently 5 bronze medals for Ghana.
Oh, wow.
At the All Africa Games 2015, she won a bronze, and she's been nominated as SWAG Judoka of the Year 2015. And so
fantastic.
She's been in the system for quite a while, yeah.
So that's it for another. How many? That makes how many? 7 athletes now are going to the Olympics, and
2 for the Paralympics.
2 for the Paralympians. Congrats to you guys. And the numbers are growing. I remember they said 10 at the beginning of the year, but that was a conservative estimate, and they said we shouldn't give them pressure. But 7 over 10, I think we should give the Ghana Athletics Association some plaudits and Olympic Committee, because like we have learned, we have not put much into them, but they are giving us a lot. Thank you, Alem, and all the best in your motivational speaking and all your gigs. Erasmus also doing some fantastic work. It's been the Sport on Pulse. Many thanks for your custom. We are back on Prime. I'm Gary Al Smith.